Nobody ever thinks they're going to get stuck before they get stuck.
Another day of feeding calves and getting them to drink some electrolytes because it is summer and just like, there you go. I think some of these new ones like forget that they can drink, and all I need to do is walk in here and then they immediately go into the robot. Well, I'm feeding this one calf electrolytes right now. I just watched our entire hay crew leave and I was like, oh, I'll go get some footage of them chopping hay because everyone likes to see big machines going through and eating big hay. Well, it turns out today they are going to one of our jobs that are probably the furthest away that we do, about a half hour away via a car, so even longer of a drive with chopper and tractors. But for the most part, our custom jobs are pretty close to us. We don't have to travel too super far. But this is a farm that we work with. We buy their grain, work with them for grain, and then they also buy some of our feeder calves too from us. So we'll travel for some people. Us against the world, just me and you.
Another day of spraying here. What we got going on? Got some post-emerge corn, second pass that we're doing. Don't mind those there. Gonna kind of show you how the dash works here before I get the pump turned on. So we've got a spot for 4 totes up top, and then you've got 4 inductors here. So I've got my sulfur, my foliar sulfur, which is running at 2 quarts an acre. So that's 60 gallons. We're doing 120 acre loads, so that's 60 gallons. So we got sulfur in that one. We've got Roundup in this one, 5-pound Roundup, $1.05 extra. We've got Empyros in this one, which is our residual. And then this one we got Vision, which is dicamba. So we got Vision, so we got our Vision, which is our dicamba. And then we've got our Hellfire, which is our water conditioner, and we've got Grounded, which is our drift control agent. So those can all mix in there nicely, so I just put them all in there. And then we've got the Hellfire in the tote behind us with a little hose on it. I just reach over here and I only got to put 3 3/4 gallons in there with that. So I do that with the tote instead of having a ton of jugs. And then the only thing in here that I'm using right now is the Grounded. If I find some nuts edge, I'll put in that permit, but we're on some sandy ground, so I don't foresee me finding any of that right now. So once you get them all put in here, normally I'm pumping water while I'm doing this, but I just thought I'd show you what we got going on. So once they're all in there, and I was going to show you too, I don't think I did, you can take the lid up and you put the jug over that little thing there, and then you step on the foot pedal down here and it rinses the jug out. So we'll come down here. Got my hose hooked up to the sprayer already, and I've got to pee on. For some reason there she wanted to try. I think that my ground is a little corroded down there, so I got to get that cleaned up. I think that's why it's not working, but it usually fires right up. So running, I got my water valve coming from my back water tank, and then I turn my master water on. So now we're pumping water. So right now just water is going in there. Let's see, we've already got 30 gallons put in there. So what I'll do first is I'll put in my water conditioner, my drift agent, and my dicamba, because mainly because it's the water conditioner first. So I want to condition the water first, and then I'll pull in probably my Empyros, and then well, actually the proper order would probably be to do the Roundup, and then the Empyros, and then the sulfur. So I do that by pulling these levers down here. So we'll do the water conditioner first. You'll see it sucking it down. Then we'll watch it in there. I can look down in there. It's hard for you to tell, but I can look down in there right when it's empty. I can shut it off. You can hear the pump change noises. Actually, this 0.5 works pretty good. So now I'm going to do my Roundup. See the Roundup coming down? It goes a lot faster when the pump's wide open. I don't have the pump wide open right now. Just because it'll be so loud you won't be able to hear it. Now I'll do my Empyros. That was 30 gallons, so that takes a little bit longer, and this one's 60, so this one takes the longest. We'll let her rip here and see what happens. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about here. Once it gets down in the bottom here, I'll shut this off. You'll hear it suck a little bit of air, and that's what the pump is doing, is making some noise sucking air. And that's that. That's why you can't run it wide open while you're dumping all your stuff in, because your tank will be full before you can get it all in, especially because I'm putting so much stuff in. When you're only putting a little bit in, you can get the pump running hard right away, and it's not a big deal. But I got a lot to watch as I'm doing it, so I just kind of go slower to make sure that my tank doesn't get full before I get all my chemicals measured out.
Well, Avery just called me and said, can you come pick me up, and I need you to come right now. So we'll see if it's an emergency, or why is your boom on the ground? It's not broken?
No.
No.
What's all this crap?
Stuff I have to take to UPS. Only the best. Now that tractor pulling season has officially started, I want to remind you to check out our Elsing Family Pulling Team merch to make sure you're repping our favorite tractors, should be your favorite tractors at every single Badger State tractor pull coming up. So, to remind you guys, our blue one for the T8 Tomcat. This is our New Holland Pro Stock. It is the only New Holland Pro Stock in the US, might I add. So, the front just says Elsing Family Pulling Team. Back, T8 Tomcat in all her glory. Our shirt for the Thunder Clutch, it has our red logo, Elsing Family Pulling Team, on it. And then to commemorate it blowing up, go until she blows, and then the photo of it blown up. This is actually taken from a screenshot I have of it literally blowing up, and they turned it into this graphic. So the link to purchase these shirts, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, it will be linked in the description and the caption. If you're on Instagram, the link is in my bio. And if you're on TikTok, I believe the link is also in my bio. And I'll also put it in the comments, and you can copy and paste it into your browser. So thanks so much for supporting Elsing Family Pulling Team and all of our tractor pulling stuff. Go get your shirts. Bye! Both Avery and Brandon are spraying right in this area, so it's super helpful to have the dash trailer just set up that they can both come up to, load up, and keep moving. Come here. Apparently Avery's not even coming back here, so.
I didn't film too much of it, but we got 1,000 acres sprayed today between the two of us. If you combined our acre totals for the day, actually like 1,070, I think. So pretty good day. Actually, we had to shut down for about 3 hours this afternoon for wind. So if you count that in, and getting the sprayer unstuck this morning, ended up being a pretty decent day. 500 each. I did 510 and he did 560. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, I guess.
Avery's here filling up, and earlier he said to me, oh, you know what would sound really good right now? A sun drop. And we thought we were out of sun drop here at the farm, but I've got a surprise for him. I have the most special gift for you.
Really?
What do you think it is?
A middle finger?
No?
Sun drop?
Dun, da, 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 da.
A warm sun drop.
It's not even warm.
Where'd you get this?
The soda machine.
Did he restock it?
No.
What?
There's one left.
One left? Is he restocking it now?
Today.
It was out yesterday. 280 sun drops going.
288.
288. Sorry. Nectar of the gods. Oh yeah, another day of spraying going on. Nope. Just about ran over my hose. Working on our second pass corn spraying right now. Got, between Brandon and I think we've got about, I don't know, 1,200, 1,400 acres sprayed probably. So we've been spraying kind of around the farm here, so I've just been loading the sprayer right at the farm. But now we're headed out. We got one farm to do kind of way, about 20-minute drive west of town with the sprayer, so I'm heading out there right now. Gonna go do that. He's already out there, so I gotta take one load out there, and then we don't have to move the semi out there though, so that's good. So I'm just gonna work on that with the 2 loads. We'll cover it all, and then we'll be coming back towards the farm here. We'll find something else to spray, but we've kind of got an early planting of corn that's all not quite knee-high, but pretty damn close. Some of it is knee-high already. So we got that all done now though. The stuff that needed to be done is done, so that's good. So we're gonna go out there and work on that for a little bit, and then make a plan as to what's gonna happen next. And then actually I do have to spray a little bit of marsh ground that's gonna be pretty soft, so we'll see if I can get some action of that. I don't think I'm gonna get stuck, but nobody ever thinks they're gonna get stuck before they get stuck. And if you did think you were gonna get stuck and you did it anyway, that wasn't a good idea. So we're gonna see what happens here. Well, I blew a hydraulic hose when I pulled into this field unfolded, so we'll see how bad it sprays here. Not bad. Well, it's unfolding. Must be the unfold side. I got one little field to do across the creek there, and then I'm gonna have to go back and fix it. I might just unfold till like right there, you know, the small, or just do 60 feet. You can see it's kind of leaking. Well, you guys probably can't see it, but it's gonna come right in next to us there. Right there. I don't know if you guys can't see it through the dirty window, but It's all wet there. So probably just unfold to 60 feet instead of wasting expensive hydraulic fluid, and spray just that little strip over there, and then go from there, go back and fix it.
It's 84 degrees right now with a real feel of 87, so I'm gonna turn our like extra big fans on that we have in our calf barn to help keep them cool. But it's gonna be 70 degrees tomorrow, so somebody remind me, because I'm gonna post this video tomorrow, to make sure I turn these fans off. Because if it's gonna be colder and rainy and wet, I don't want these fans on. So somebody remind me in the comments. Sir, you're in the wrong pen. There's not supposed to be anyone in here. On to go give the same Free Martin calf that I've been trying to get to drink electrolytes some more, just to see if it'll actually drink it or not. And somebody made a valid question the other day asking why aren't we tubing it if it's not drinking the electrolytes. And my reasoning or response behind it is because it is still drinking about a little over half of its allotment of milk for the day. And so since it's drinking that, I don't want to tube it because it is getting calories, it is getting the nutrients. I just want it to drink more. But I'm also transparently, I'm not good at tubing. So I'd rather just try and get it to drink a little bit more, give it a little electrolytes. You were just drinking from it. You were just drinking from it. Come back. I feel like feeding calves is like dealing with toddlers. I obviously don't have kids yet, so I don't know what it's actually like besides my little experience of hanging out with some toddlers, but I just feel like they're very similar to it. Feisty enough that I'm not super concerned, and like I said, she is drinking a little over half of her allotment every day, so better than nothing. She's a lot smaller than everyone else too, so that might have to do with just like how much she wants to consume. I don't know.
They're both crusty. Crusty hose for a crusty chick.
You're the crusty hoe. What?
What?
You know it's serious when they had to bring out the entire toolbox. Shout out to Store Lock Jeff for hooking us up. This is our first or second one we had from them, and then we have one that we had before and sold to get this one that was bigger, and then we have another one that we got for tractor pulling stuff. Right. Give Jeff a shout out.
Hi Jeff. Thanks for the toolbox. It keeps me going. I don't love when I have to use it, but at least I have one to use, right?
Calling her quits.
The rest of the corn's too small.
How tall does it have to be? V24?
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's gonna be it for this video.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.